Connell, what are the big takeaways?
You know, as big a night as you could have in modern day American politics for the Republican Party and for Donald Trump. I think that's the biggest takeaway of the night. As I said, he likely will get over 300 electoral votes comfortably if both Michigan with 15 and Arizona with 11 come in for him. They're the only states that are still out of the map. Our latest call was Nevada, so let's give you an update on Nevada. So Trump wins at check mark at 51.5. Versus Harris running a little bit below 47. What's interesting is, you know, Clark County is Vegas down here, which is always Democratic. So, and that's where most of the population is. So the Democrats did win there, but there's no other blue anywhere on the map. Now, the only surprise is Washoe County, which is Reno up here. So Trump, it looks like, is tracking ahead of Harris by about 2 points, which I say surprise because last time around, Joe Biden had the 50.8 in this case, Trump 50.3. So it was Biden ahead of Trump, Washoe County. So that would be one of the places, probably the place that is most disappointing for Democrats on the map when they look at Nevada. Now, talking about big takeaways, or Anna was mentioning that, I mean, we could harp on Pennsylvania is because we've been saying it's the most important state of the map. There's a lot of ways of saying it. The most simple, all this red, we knew most of it would be red. Trump had good numbers. He kind of ran up the score in a lot of those areas. So Harris has got to make that up somewhere. And it's got to be in and around the cities, whether it's Allegheny County, which is Pittsburgh, maybe around Harrisburg, but certainly in the population center like Philadelphia. We focused a lot on the suburbs, but even in inner city Philadelphia, you need more than that, right? And Trump getting 20% in Philadelphia, you know, you go back to 2016 and he only had 18. So that adds up when you have that many votes in Philadelphia County, which, you know, is a lot of votes, 132,000 in 2020 for Trump. He moves up by a little bit. You got to compare the turnouts, but percentage-wise, by 2%. And then the other thing, we'll watch how these other two states come in. As they say that Trump still has the chance to get well over 300 electoral votes. I was going to say, they're not the blue wall anymore. The three states in the upper Midwest here, Pennsylvania, Michigan, and Wisconsin, almost always go the same way. 1988, let me bring up Michigan and see where we're at right now in terms of the live count. 1988 was the last time George Herbert Walker Bush won Pennsylvania and Michigan and did not win Wisconsin. But if Trump right now on track to win in Michigan, statewide lead here, 51-47. So they have 89% of the vote, and we'll see how DDHQ goes in terms of making a call there. But, you know, that would be something else. And the final thing I would say, Anna was just talking about the Senate. And those races, I think, will be worth watching here overnight hours into tomorrow. I don't think maybe that we'll have necessarily any calls. We'll see. But, you know, we're talking about Michigan. Michigan has a Senate race, right? So Michigan Senate race. To me, it's a surprise to see Mike Rogers. Alyssa Slotkin was a strong candidate for the Democrats, had been running ahead in the polls leading up. Slotkin had maybe had, or Rogers, maybe a little bit of late momentum, but clearly riding this strong Republican night and the Donald Trump coattails there to have a chance to win. So 51-43 could go up from there. And then, so then you'd have two. And then the question is, can the Republicans make it 3 for 3? And take the House? So on the odds, we have it 58-42. That's win probability at the top of the screen. A lot of it's going to come down to California, which could take a week or more to figure it out. We've talked, you know, Pennsylvania. There's a couple of races in Pennsylvania that we were watching on the House side that did not go or were not going well for Democrats. This is one. I talked about Northampton County in this area. Pennsylvania 7 is up in that general area. Lehigh Valley and Susan Wild is behind. We don't have a check mark, so it's not called yet. But McKenzie was ahead there. There's another race right next to it in Pennsylvania 8. And again, Cartwright running behind. So rough night there for the Dems. Maybe they pick up a couple in New York to make up for it. It'll probably come down to California. But the story's the Republicans, right? Yep. And now we'll just see how the House goes if they can make it all three in a 3 for 3 kind of clean sweep.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget, click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.